Hi guys, it's Mark here from Dragon Image, here at IBC 2014, and I'm here with Will from Atomos. We're here at the Atomos booth. Will, can you just explain to me some of the cool things that we have here at IBC 2014?
Yeah, sure. So IBC this year we're showing off the Shogun. It's coming out. You've probably all heard about it from our launch in NAB. It's going to be shipping in October, so expect it in your stores around the first week of November. There it is, right there. It's got it sitting on top of the fantastic Sony Alpha 7S. Big screen, 1920 by 1200, full HD. You're recording up to 60p and 4K over both HDMI and SDI. So it's the first time that we're going to be doing HDMI and or SDI, up to 12G SDI, but also 3G, 6G SDI, depending on what your input is. 3D LUTs, we've got Genlock, and it's also balanced XLR as well. So it's a great device, and I think people, with your A7Ss, your GH4s, this new FS7 that Sony's just come out with, C500, anything that's outputting 4K, this is going to be the device. And even if you're doing full HD, we're going to be recording up to 120 FPS. So it's fantastic, and the monitoring solution is just...
That was one thing I was going to say. It looks like the monitor just got really serious.
Oh mate, it's 1920 by 1200, it's 325 ppi. As you can see, it's a beautiful screen. It's calibrated to SimDirect 709, and with the Spider you can just keep on recalibrating it, so it's colours you can trust, as we like to say.
Absolutely, you can load LUTs to it.
Yeah, 3D LUTs, S-Log, C-Log as well if you want. We're going to have all that on there. You can personally change it yourself as well. So yeah, it's a really versatile, powerful tool for monitoring as well.
In terms of media, what are we talking, SSDs or?
Yeah, so it's still SSDs and hard drives. We're not going to sell you proprietary media and lock you into that. We'll also be having a CFast adapter, so you can use CFast. We're actually selling CFast cards now, so we've got a 64 gigabyte and 128 gigabyte. That's for our Ninja Star, which is this. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, you can add adapter there. For something like 4K 30p, you're going to need 6G SDI on that. It's about 400 gigabytes for 1 hour of recording. So if you've got like 2 terabytes of cards on a RAID solution, which we also offer, that's 5 hours of recording 4K at 30p. Wow. So it's pretty significant. Right?
So in terms of the spinning discs, SSDs for this guy, are they still fine? Do they still work fine with this content?
For HD, up to like 30p, etc., it's fine. But once you go beyond that, 4K, etc., the write speed's not fast enough. So that's why I mentioned the RAID solution. So you'll have 2 discs in the RAID, and that will come in the case with the Shogun. You put them together and you plug it in, and you're ready to record 4K that way. And if you're doing 2 times, 2 terabytes, that's why I said 2 terabytes, one terabyte each, you're getting 5 hours of recording. So, yeah, exactly. It's going to be amazing, right? Yeah.
All right.
Now, let's talk about the power station.
Well, let's talk about that.
So you probably know, on our Ninja Blade, our Samurai Blade, all our previous devices, we've had 2 battery ports for continuous power. You can hot swap the batteries out, make sure it never dies. The problem with that is nothing else is continuous power, right? Like cameras, lights, etc. So what we've done is we've separated that functionality out and created the power station. And from that, there's DC and AC out, so you can power your camera, your light, and your Shogun, as well as be charging off the USB ports at the side, your phone and your iPad. So,
wow. Yeah. What sort of, tell me, in the actual power station itself, is there an internal battery in that power station? Or
No. So you need the external batteries, but there's 2 of them, so you can continually hot swap them out. Okay. If you've got 2 times 2 cell batteries, MPF series, like we use on all our devices, you'll be powering for a long, long time. 7 hours plus for your Shogun, and then you just continually hot swapping out. I think it goes up to 40. So I think you can have 2 amps at any one time coming out of the USB, and there's a whole lot of other. You can power your Sony camera, your Shogun, and your lights for several hours of just those 2 batteries.
That's great. When are we seeing this in the market?
Well, it's going to be shipping with the Shogun, so you'll get it in the box, 1,995 USD. I don't know the exact price in Australian dollars. I have to get back to you on that. But around that, with GST included and all that, so it's probably 2,500 or something. And you'll get that included, but you can buy it separate as well if you want to use the power station elsewhere. And we expect, we've got it mounted like that there, but we expect, people will put it on their sticks. tie it to the tripod or something, have it out of the way, feeding the power to all the
I'm sure there'll be
devices.
101 different third-party.
It's all like the cheese cage makers will be loving how to mount that, right?
All right, so the Ninja Star. Let's talk about this little guy.
Yeah, so this guy has been super duper popular. We launched it at NAB, but we had it like shipping straight away, and this has been fantastically popular. You know, a lot of people, they don't want. So it's like a lot of people get intimidated by cameras. You've got all these devices hanging off it, so you just put it away. It's really neat, fantastic recorder. It just records onto these C-Fast cards. It's new technology. It's quite expensive unless you buy. That's why we're selling our own cards. We lower the price, and they're really good. You know, you can see it's the size of a credit card. This way, it's a bit thicker, obviously. It's a ProRes recorder up to 30p, just exactly like all our other devices. Records over HDMI. We've got it here with the GoPro. And you should do some cut footage over there and see with the DJI. So people are mounting it to their DJI Phantoms and their multi-rotors.
Super lightweight.
Super lightweight. I don't know the exact grammage, but yeah. I mean, obviously, if you can attach that to a DJI Phantom and take it up, you know, it's lightweight. It's got to be. Yeah.
Now, going back to the C-Fast cards, the cards that you do, what capacities are the cards that you guys actually do?
Yeah. So the 64 gigabyte or 128 gigabyte. So you should be able to pick them up at any of your resellers. If they're not stocking them, yell at them, stock it, and they'll get them in. Yeah.
So on a 64, for example, how much media can I expect to store on a 64 gig
good
roughly?
question. Okay, so normally it's like 100 gig is 1 hour. So you're looking, about 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Up on the 128 gigabyte ones. That's assuming ProRes 422 HQ, which is 220 megabits per second. If you go, LT, which is a bit lower, then you're going to get a longer record time. So, but, if you're using it in a situation like on a DJI helicopter,
you need
things
15 minutes
fly
anyway.
15 minutes anyway, so it's perfect. It's perfect. So yeah.
Absolutely.
And the boys love it. We've got a lot of crews running around. There's always, the fans running around with their own cameras, and we've always got the Ninja Star attached. It's super popular, yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's great, man. Thanks for your time, Will. So many cool things.
Thanks, Mark.
And enjoy your stay in Amsterdam.
Thank you. It's always great to have the Dragon Image boys in Amsterdam.
All right, man.